I graduated high school, was on the right track, was an athlete, and then I got pregnant and had my first child when I was 19. So I didn't get to go to college. I was too busy raising children, and then I had some more kids and got married, and so I was basically living paycheck to paycheck, which is obviously, it doesn't work. So barely making it, and then when things would come up, I would not be able to pay my bills, and then we would get homeless. So it's just an endless cycle.
We moved down to Phoenix last September. Now when I left, I had a full-time job. I had my own 2-bedroom apartment full of the furniture. I had 2 dogs. You know, we had everything that we wanted and we needed and very little assistance. I found myself homeless coming home from Phoenix. I'd gotten abandoned down in Phoenix, and when I came home, it was just my daughter and I with a duffel bag.
I was born and raised here in Sioux City, and lived here all my life. Had a house, was married, had 2 kids. Like Jamie said, had everything I needed and everything I wanted, you know. And then in the year 2001, I got divorced. And before that, I hadn't drank for 12 years. I went back to drinking, and I've been struggling with that ever since. I lost my house, I lost my job. My kids won't have anything to do with me. Here I feel welcomed. People care about you here. The programs that they offer are awesome.
I had it all. I've got 3 boys. Got caught for doing drugs and got kicked out of the place I was living in, and DHS got involved. For about 6 months I was living in my van with my son, eating from place to place where we could go.
It gives me peace of mind that I know that they have somewhere safe and clean to be and to lay their heads, and I know when I'm at work that they're here. So I can focus on work, and I can keep a job, and I can stay in school. If you don't have a place to live, you don't have anything.
I'm back in school.
What are you going to school for?
Psychology.
Oh, that's
Starting off 2 years sociology at WIT, and then probably on to Morningside, and then we're gonna leave Sioux City again. Because Sioux City is my home, born and raised, but there's just too many ghosts here for me to want to stay.
I used to look at people and say, I'd never be like that. And then I am. That's pretty humbling.
Living where I lived and doing what I did, I put myself here, and I put my son where he is today, and I finally take responsibility for it, you know. And I'm not getting any younger, so I gotta do something different. You know, it's hard, but all the people around here, we talk about our families and we care for each other. You know, if one's down, you know, we try to figure out a way to bring them all up, you know, and stuff, and it really helps. And there's a lot of times where all of us cry on each other's shoulders, but we all seem to relate to one another, and it helps a lot because in some way we weren't at that point, and now we are.
I've always tried to figure something out, and I've always been working up. I would rather see somebody make a poor decision now to better themselves in the future than just say, give up, I can't do anything. Because when you give up and you're already so emotionally and mentally torn, to give up, it's hard to come back from that. So I'll take a 6-week course after I come back from maternity leave to be a med aid. And then a year from now, I'll be registering with WIT for my LPN classes. I will at least be here for long enough to where my husband can start working again because he got laid off. So we'll both be working, and we'll have a bank account, and we'll have a vehicle before we leave. So I don't think that'll be quite a whole year. I'll probably move out a little early, hopefully, and be in an apartment, things like that. But I won't move out if I have any fears of ever coming back to a place like this. Not like it's horrible here, it's great, but I will make sure that I will never be homeless again before I leave here. That's my goal.